In season 4 of Stranger Things, whenever Nancy was trying to go from the upside down to the real world once again, she got put into a trance by Vecna. And in this trance, Vecna told her some things that she just couldn't believe, and it honestly left a lot of chills throughout all of our bodies, because he basically said that her whole family is going to die, Hawkins is going to fall, and everything's just going to be horrible. So in today's video, we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about Nancy's character, what's going to happen with her storyline, and will she ultimately survive in season 5. Before I get into it, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn up notifications, join my Discord where we talk Stranger Things every single day, and check out my website relay.news where I post all my theories, discussions, updates, and I have a newsletter over there as well. Now without further ado, let's get right into this video. In my opinion, Nancy Wheeler is one of the most fascinating characters in Stranger Things, because she's had some of the most interesting character development throughout the show. She went from a high school regular teenager to a certified badass who is like the one who always has the guns, isn't afraid to get into a fight with an alternate dimension creature, and now she got put into a trance by Vecna and basically saw her whole family die. So obviously that brings up a lot of questions about Nancy's character, Nancy's family, and the show as a whole. So that brings up the ultimate question. What do I think is going to happen with Nancy Wheeler's character in season 5? Well, I think there are a few possibilities, but if she dies, this is how it's going to go down in my opinion. Vecna showed her family dying, and whenever she saw that vision, maybe she saw a way to prevent it, but maybe that way was someone dying for them. And if that was the case, she's obviously not going to tell anyone else because she doesn't want anyone else to die. She would sacrifice herself. So I think if she was going to die in season 5, it would be because she was going to prevent Vecna from killing her entire family and sacrificing herself and being a huge hero. Ultimately, I do not think Nancy Wheeler is going to die in season 5. However, because of that trance and because of what Vecna put her through in season 4, I do think it is a possibility. There is a chance, there is an option on the table where Nancy Wheeler dies. But I think the better possibility, the better chance for her character in season 5 is going to be her taking more of a leadership role alongside Steve and ultimately ending up with Steve, as well as leading one half of the group in Hawkins. Because in season 4, we saw the awkward dynamic between her and Jonathan's character at the very end, and she was even defending Steve to Jonathan, who is her current boyfriend still.
Otherwise, who'd have been in charge? Steve.
He's actually grown up quite a bit, you know?
So I think there's no doubt, considering the hints that the Duffers gave us at the end of season 4, that Nancy and Steve will end up together. And like I said, because of that awkward dynamic, I do think that they're going to split up groups in Hawkins, and Steve and Nancy would be in charge of one of those groups, and Jonathan would obviously not be in that group because they somehow have to, maneuver around that awkward love triangle. And with Nancy being such a badass character now in season 4, I think she will take the leadership role in one of these groups. Because think about it, at this point in season 3, she fought the Mind Flayer, a huge alternate dimension just monster made out of human flesh. And in season 4, she was fighting this alternate dimension demon who was controlling the Mind Flayer. So she's seen all the bad that you could possibly have seen to this point. So I think she's not going to be afraid to lead a group into battle in season 5 if it comes to that. Now, as far as what Vecna showed her about her family, I do think that part of that stuff is going to happen, but I do not think her whole family is going to die. I don't think Mike Wheeler is going to die just because Vecna showed her that Mike Wheeler was going to die. I think the more likely outcome is that Vecna tries to kill her family, but fails. It doesn't fail all the way though, because obviously with these leaked episode titles that we have, episode 2 really does seem like it's going to be titled The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler. And we also got some recent leaks about Karen Wheeler that I will not say, but basically let's just say it really supports this vanishing of Holly Wheeler. So if Holly Wheeler really does vanish in season 5, we can only assume that Vecna did try to do his plan that he showed Nancy, and people are probably going to get hurt in that process trying to save Holly, trying to get Holly without knowing the repercussions. And I think this is a scenario in season 5 where someone could get really injured or could die, like Karen Wheeler or Ted Wheeler or Mike Wheeler maybe getting injured. I don't think Mike Wheeler is going to die, but to try and save the youngest member of the Wheeler family. And when Nancy sees that, when Nancy finds out that her sister is taken, if she actually does vanish, she's going to realize that, oh my gosh, that vision is happening right now. And maybe when that vision starts to happen, Nancy knows what to do in order to stop it, in order to save her sister. Because she literally already saw it happen in the trance that happened in season 4. She literally saw all the events take place. That's why she was so terrified. He didn't just show her the flashes that we've seen. He showed her the entirety of what was going to happen. The entirety of Hawkins falling, the entirety of her family getting killed. So now when she sees the start of her family getting killed, maybe she knows how to stop it. She can be the one to provide a solution for the horrible thing that happened when Holly vanishes, or if any other Wheeler member vanishes. With Vecna showing her all of those visions, I do think there's a very high possibility that she could be the one in season 5 to have an even bigger role than what she's had, an even bigger role than Steve, Dustin, all the other main characters, because she's seen that trance. So maybe she sees solutions for the things that are happening all around her that Vecna showed her. All Vecna's army coming in, Hawkins falling even more, people vanishing, this, that, and the other. Maybe Nancy has all these solutions, or at least has an idea of the solutions because she's already seen it happen. And if that's the case, then we will definitely see in Vecna's face somewhere along the line that he regrets not killing Nancy Wheeler. Overall, I think the most likely possibility is that Nancy survives. She potentially provides a solution to get her sister back if Holly does vanish, and she's going to end up with Steve Harrington. I understand that there are a lot of Jonathan and Nancy fans out there for sharing things, but I'm telling you right now, I think there's a very slim chance that ends up being the case in season 5. I think there's almost a 100% chance that Steve Harrington and Nancy Wheeler end up together. I mean, people love Steve so much in this show, and he's been single now for 3 seasons ever since Nancy, failing to get girls, failing to fall in love again, and now, he was warming up to Nancy at the end of season 4, slowly showing her that he still loves her. He's never moved off of her, and Nancy saw that. They obviously connected once again. The awkward dynamic with Jonathan at the end of season 4, she obviously does not have the same feelings for Jonathan as what she did when he originally left, and now it's this awkward dynamic that maybe because of that love triangle, if Nancy and Steve actually go together, lead a group, and Jonathan's in a different group, maybe Jonathan realizes that, Nancy doesn't love him anymore, this, that, and the other, and maybe Will Byers gets in trouble, or Joyce Byers gets in trouble, and he sacrifices his life for Nancy. I mean, the Duffers did say no one's going to be safe in season 5, so Jonathan's a main character for sure. He could be one of those main characters that dies in season 5 because of this awkward love triangle's outcome. Either way, though, I'm excited to see it play out. Maybe Jonathan and Nancy will, end up together and Steve ends up dying or whatever, but those are just my predictions. But I want to know your thoughts on that awkward love triangle, what you think is going to happen with Nancy's character, and what you think those Vecna visions actually mean. Comment your theories down below, and yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to drop a like. Let's go for 150 likes on this video. Join my Discord, like I said. Check out my website, and make sure to have a great rest of your day. Peace out.